8th. Look, been a minute. Kind of forgot to, just be doing these recaps, be a little more consistent than I should be, but is what it is. I'm back to it now. But overall, the last 2 days I've made like I'd say like six, 700. Okay, don't not even like as a joke. It's actually been like $600, 700 on my piano. So I think my payout should be like as of now it's probably like 500, but I'm still waiting. But I'll just recap what I did today, just because I don't want to be a mad long video. I'll recap the last 2 days. But today, obviously, today was an L, but did the best of my ability to take whatever I thought was valid. So off of open, we were just dumping, just straight dump, dump, dump. And after that dump around like 10, yeah, like after the 10 a.m. open, I wanted to obviously shorts. I was waiting for this because this was also like between this little range right here because it was EQ was the 4 hour order block, this gray box is the 4 hour order block, and then this was OTE as well. Never ended up tapping that. We didn't even come to the beginning at 0.62. And granted, sure, I could have just taken it off, the hourly getting tapped, but just did not like that. Did make sense of this. I would have just taken this from this continuation order block lower, like from here. Would have been a good RR, but didn't make sense to me, so did not take it. Then after all that, let me just delete these yellow lines. I just had these for like the post earlier, but yeah. So first trade was in all terms, technicality wise, was all right. Like I said, so we had this 5 minute. We had to change the on the 5 minute. 10 EM PO3, like we went lower, but I saw this as the actual manipulation to go up higher and then lower. So I saw that like just whatever. But there's that, and I think we were also we were also below key open. So like heavy bullish bias, right? 5 minute fair value gap right here. We got a change in state. I guess you could technically say this was the order block as well. I didn't really look at it or even notice it. Marked out OTE. Oh, my bad. Let me just mark it out. Yeah, and also we did have multiple S&Ps, high time frame and low time frame right here. Also did tap high time frame standard deviation, which was this 15-minute swing during pre-market. This entire move lower. Mark that. And I did for the lower time frame was just the last manipulation on the 1 minute lower because it just made sense to me. There wasn't anything on the 15 minute because it was too high time frame. We didn't have enough market like time to like actually create a proper 15-minute swing. So like the 1 minute. And along with it was, like I said, we had what was it? What am I forgetting? So like I said, originally what I wanted was to take -2 to zero point 0.5 just because a lot of stuff was here for me. Like I said, there's a 5 minute fair value, you could say, like it would just be a full fill of it. So I did like that. But what I did end up taking was, even though we did not tap EQ of this, I did end up just taking this because of two reasons. One, we had a very good rejection wick. This was very obvious. We reacted out, and I was like, okay. We didn't tap where I wanted, but it makes sense, because logically, yeah, we reacted out of it. We had a movement candle up, so very good, like engineer liquidity to be swept before going up higher. Also, we had the 1 minute inverse right here was good. So what did I do? I think this was also OTE as well. Yeah, OT was right there. I put my entry right at the 5 minute for rejection, the CE of the rejection block, just because better RR, better, stop. So did that, put my stop right here, and got immediately cooked. But like I said, didn't the best of my ability, risked what I should have, wasn't mad. I have been in green since the beginning of the year, so can't complain. Very thankful to God. Yeah, I mean, I'll talk about that at the end, but let's just talk about the trade for now. Well, like I said, so we had the 5 minute rejection block, continued lower, we retraced, OT, just got complete ran through. That got cooked, and then the original level I had, which was the OTE level right here, which was -2 to OTE, literally banked, was an insane trade, but I didn't enter off of that. Like I said, I was looking at that, but nothing technically. Like I was gonna limit the yeah, I was going to limit this 30-second order block. We did not end up coming back to it, so I was like, it is what it is. Didn't want to be chasing it after that, so I left that. And then what I did end up taking again was again, since we did tap the original level I did want, I was like, okay, I'm confident we go up higher from now on. So I had this fib drawdown again. The OTE was right here within the fair value gap. I honestly just waited for reaction. Partly this was impulse, I won't lie. I think I definitely could have just waited for entry trigger or just a better entry, like entry, but Didn't necessarily. I mean, it would have been the same thing regardless if I had waited. This was just more of a, I guess, discretion thing, just because I was just very confident that we would go up from here, which we did end up doing. So I market ordered around here after the reaction, and what I should have done, in all honesty, I think it was partly greed. I think my original TP was just going to be here because this was like a 1 to 8 or some shit. I don't even know. Oh, 1 to 5, good enough. But like what I should have done, so I was in with a mini here. So my stop was like, I think like one something, 100 something. So I ideally should have put up, I did put a partial. I should, it's not even that I didn't, I did. So I put a partial, but it wasn't anything technical based. It was more out of just money based. Like I was just placing my partial based off like my piano, not logical. Because if I was being logical, realistically, I should have put my first partial of, half size close out right around here at the beginning of this 1 minute order block, just because that is the first zone we could have retraced off, which we ended up doing. Did not do that. And no, actually, I guess actually no. I think I was going to partial right here, but I didn't just because I wanted better, more money. Just was chasing the bread, but is what it is. Because my full TP here would have been about 1K profit. Yeah, it would have been 1K. So after I saw this reaction, I honestly was just gonna place my partial at around 66. Yeah, right here because like I said, this I was just chasing money. Like right here, this would have been if I closed partial, I would have secured 300 profit. So would have covered my like loss and I would have had a whole like 150. Like even like worst case if this did break even, which it would have, I would have been at least green 150 for the day, which is better than nothing. But it is what it is. Just it was a learning experience. Should have just learned that. Just wait. And if I do see the first conflict, just partial out, be good. Green is better. This isn't an eval. I don't have to be like holding forever. But that's that. And what else? What am I forgetting? Oh, it was also past 11. That was the one thing too. Like, I think the fact that I've been a little more, I guess, I would just say not lenient, but more just like careless. Not okay. It's not even careless. It's more just I'm more okay with just taking trades past 11 just because I'm so confident in like my trades that like I'll just take it because I know like worst case if I take the L, I'm okay accepting that L because it was such a good setup. Like I said, these were both valid setups. This was like earlier, but even this, I took this because it made sense. Obviously, it did play out to an extent. I just did not close in partial properly. And like I said, obviously though, like if it was like 11 like 30, I'm not trading just because like 11:30 is like damn near lunch hour. You're not going to see me anywhere near that. But like I said, that happened. That was that. What could I have done better? Honestly, maybe just not have taken this. But I mean, I still secured. I guess like made my loss not as bad. So it is what it is. But I mean, tomorrow, hopefully, I'll see what happens. If it's a green day, it is. If not, it's whatever. I think today's Wednesday. Almost Thursday. So I have my J word tomorrow. Holy cooked. But I mean. Just that, and then, like I said, I'm gonna probably request my payout by the end of this week. So if tomorrow is what's it called? Tomorrow's green, I'll take that if it's good. Because like right now, let me check. I can just check right now. Yeah, it'd be like $400, which is pretty buns. But like, it is what it is. Like it's better than nothing. Like I'd rather just request that out now and then just put it into more accounts and then just scale. So I'll see how that plays out. I think tomorrow, ideally, like. Could maybe make because I'd have to make at least like 1,200 profit just to like get that 1K payout just because that's just something like a big goal I've had just to like have a 1K payout. But it's all in the Lord's will. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If not, it is what it is. But like I said, took it out today. Good learning lesson. Just don't take dumb stuff past 11. But made sense to me, so it is what it is. But on to tomorrow.